So I'll be hosting Friendsgiving soon, and it has become seriously one of our favorite traditions during Thanksgiving time.
Hi everyone!
There has been such great food, so many laughs. Isn't that etiquette to pee at the table? And a few hiccups. What's a little salmonella?
Yeah, between friends.
I'm taking you behind the scenes of 5 years of Friendsgiving, from the planning process, bloopers, clips you've never seen before, and I'm going to be adding in full recipes. This video is packed. It all started back in 2017. This Friendsgiving sure had its fair share of laughter and memorable moments. Are you ready? Aprons on, let's go. Tonight we're having 3 of our favorite couples come over for Friendsgiving. It is 10:13 right now. I'm working on the deviled eggs. I already put them in my Instant Pot and got those going. They were in an ice bath, and now I'm slicing them, getting the yolks out, and doing that fun part. A lot of people love my deviled eggs, and I think the secret ingredient is the onion. I take like a little grater, and I will just start grating some onion in, and the juice, and I just eyeball this, guys. I don't know. I literally eyeball it, but I grate onion in, and I use relish. That's my little secret. Here is the platter of deviled eggs. They're so good. I do have the recipe linked below. All right, I have extras. The kids can have some. In my Thanksgiving section of my planner, I have everything for this Friendsgiving. So here are some things that I need to be working on today. I need to get the table all done up, the tablescape done, work on the rolls. The casserole, I won't do that until about, I'll start that around 5. The deviled eggs are done. I spelled that wrong. Shrimp dip I'm working on right now. That'll be done. The gravy I do need to go pick up. There is gravy at Smith's that's pre-made that is really good. I need to go get that. What does this mean? Oh, water, lemon and limes. Yeah, that we'll do that right before. I'm working on the shrimp dip right now, and next will be the rolls. I'm excited. Okay, I was gonna do my rolls next, but I'm gonna do after I make the shrimp dip, because I gotta get this in the fridge. I want all the flavors to develop. I have my recipe here in my holiday binder. Look, sheet protectors. Look at, oh my gosh. I'm gonna get going on this so that the flavors just get better and better until it's time to eat it. This shrimp dip is very yummy and very easy to make. You'll need a softened 8-ounce bar of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of green onions chopped, 1/2 cup of small diced celery, 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, 2 cans of drained small shrimp, and you're going to season it with garlic salt and seasoned salt to taste. And lastly, you'll need a few dashes of Worcestershire sauce. Blend that all up together very well. Taste it and adjust where you need it. Sometimes I need a little more garlic salt. Sometimes I need a little more Worcestershire sauce. This is always better to make the day before you need it. Make it up, put it in the fridge, let it set, let it marry, and the next day it is perfect. We serve it up with crackers, but my favorite is with Lay's potato chips. Yum. I gotta tell you something funny. I meant to sprinkle garlic salt on top, but I grabbed my ranch seasoning, and I noticed as I was like putting on top of all the chopped veggies and stuff, and so I had to take a spoon and like scrape a layer of stuff off. It tastes fine, but how funny. I guess it could have been worse. It gave it a little tang. It's actually really good. I mean, whatever ranch did get in there, you really can't notice it, but it's delicious. Funny. Have you guys ever done that? Let me know. Have you ever put the wrong ingredient in thinking it was another one? Oh, I do it a lot, actually. Not gonna lie. But this is delicious, and it's getting in the fridge. Okay, I made the rolls, and they are rising. The recipe came out different because I forgot that I ran out of all-purpose flour. So I used bread flour. So it's like thicker. It just definitely feels different. So I'm not sure how this is gonna taste, but I have 2 pans rising, and then we'll throw them in the oven and we'll see. I'm sure they'll taste good. They'll just be different than Ma's rolls. So Jonah is learning the ways of Tom the turkey.
Again.
Yes. So Jonah is learning how to do the turkey, watching Dad.
There we go. I'm in there.
Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
All right, turkey. Got your legs folded.
Oh, it smells so good, the smoker. See you in a little while. What you doing?
Adding some moisture to the smoker.
Nice.
Some nice aroma Aromic, is that a word?
Well, cool.
All right,
So you're gonna put those in the smoker, huh?
Yep.
There is a difference between all-purpose flour and bread flour. These did not rise at all, but I put them in the oven. They've cooled off a little. I'm about to taste it and see if it's any good. It tastes okay, but they look like they're cooked all the way through. Like not too doughy. So, I'm just gonna lower the temp a little. They're not Ma's rolls, but they're rolls and they'll work.
Who's that hot guy in the background?
I know.
I don't know. Me.
Yeah, Dad, thanks for noticing me.
Let me show you what I've been doing. Derek is gonna get working on the water in just a little bit. I do have cranberries to add to it this time. We're gonna put the appetizers here, plates, napkins, all that for apps and dessert. We'll put them there. I am almost done with the tablescape. I just need to add glasses and silverware and salt and pepper shakers. Here's what it's looking like so far.
Probe the bird.
You're gonna probe the bird.
I found this.
Yay!
Kelly's room.
Yay! Can you go put it in my room?
Yeah.
My clothes are almost done drying. I'll put those in my bedroom. I'm just finishing the last of the dishes, and then I'll be starting. It's only 3:45. I'll be starting around, probably around 5-ish, the green bean casserole.
I smell something.
You smell something? Are you gonna go sleep over Oma's house? Are you excited? So I'm going to hurry and finish the dishwasher right here, get the glasses on the table and the silverware, and then I'm gonna go get prettied up. Turkey's halfway there. Oh, good.
So I just need to turn up the heat.
Table's pretty much set. Rolls done. Casserole soon. Deviled eggs are done. Shrimp dip is done. The gravy we got, it's in the fridge. It is yummy, but I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning to it. The water will do not right yet. It's just probably at 6-ish, 6:30. And the cranberry sauce. Done.
You forgot one.
What? Love Derek. Oh, that's a given.
Love me. Love me, baby.
You are on one today. I like it. All right, I'm gonna finish this and go get prettied, and then I'll show you where we're at. Time's up, gotta go. Table is set. I am ready, the house is ready, the kids are gone, they're spending the night at their grandparents, and I am getting working on the green bean casserole. I'm just trimming off the ends and snapping them in half.
You trim it, baby.
And these are the French style, so we're gonna try it with the green bean casserole. I won't cook them as long in the boiling water, so I'm gonna get snapping. Get a big bowl of ice water ready, because you're gonna boil a big pot of water, add 2 tablespoons of salt, and then we're gonna add the green beans. Okay, you're gonna cook the green beans until they're about crisp tender, or we'll say about 6 minutes. When they are done, we're gonna pour these into a colander and then hit them. Okay, they're in there, we're gonna set it aside. Now let's continue cooking the casserole straight into the ice bath. So while you're doing that, grab a bowl, add a 1/2 cup of panko crumbs, 3 cups of the fried onions, and then you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're gonna give this a good mix. Then we're gonna set this aside. To the same pot, add your butter, melt it down, add in your garlic, your mushrooms, and salt and pepper. We're gonna cook until the mushrooms release their moisture and the liquid evaporates. So probably about 6 minutes. Okay, the liquid in my mushrooms are taking much longer to evaporate, so I am just gonna continue. We're gonna add 3 tablespoons of flour in and cook that for about a minute. We're gonna stir in the 1.5 cups of the chicken stock and stir consistently. And then we're gonna bring this to a simmer. Once it starts simmering, add the cream, that's 1.5 cups. We're gonna reduce the heat to medium, and we're gonna let this simmer until the sauce thickens. And reduce to 3.5 cups, about 12 minutes. Then we'll salt and pepper it to taste. Okay, you're going to rinse your green beans, get much of the cold liquid off of them, and then you're going to drop them into the cream mixture and evenly coat them. You're gonna make this ahead of time. Freeze in a freezer-safe container or in a foil pan. Then allow the casserole to thaw 1 to 3 days before your event. Okay, when you're ready to heat it up, put in a 425-degree oven for 10 minutes. then add the topping, and then bake for another 20 minutes or until the top is golden brown and bubbly on the edges. It is all done, bubbly and golden brown. Well, here is the gravy that I picked up, and it's pretty good, but it needs something more to it. So I add a little bit more of chicken broth and some poultry seasoning, and then we'll see what else it needs. I'm sure it's gonna need a little bit of something else.
Hi everyone!
Heather and Gary are one of the couples for Friendsgiving. Yeah, we're eating appetizers where the turkey is almost there. Almost there.
We're hoping.
Yeah. What's a little salmonella?
Yeah, between friends. Today's my last day of my 30s.
It is.
Yeah, I know. Tomorrow is my 40th birthday.
Awesome.
40.
So we're 40 now.
40. 40. I mean, look, I look
40 never looks so good.
I look 40. Kimmy looks like
Please,
she's 20.
please.
I look like I'm 40 with my long gray hair. I once had a kid comment and compliment me on my wizard hair. He's like, I love your wizard hair.
This color's actually in right now.
I've had people ask me how much I pay to get my hair this color.
You're
I'm
like,
like,
oh, honey, you couldn't afford it.
yeah, no. It's called 40 years of experience.
Happy Friendsgiving!
Happy Friendsgiving, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. Don't worry. I will.
That smells so good. So Beth is helping me make the gravy just a little bit better. So what did you add in there?
I added some onion powder and some garlic powder, and then we're gonna taste it again. It might need a touch more salt. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I know, because I'm like, oh, it's missing something. It's
A little
good, but it's
soy
like,
sauce or a little Worcestershire.
oh, I like Worcestershire.
Adds just a little umami, you know,
Ooh, I've got
to it. Just added some more cornstarch and some water, a little bit of butter. Gravy's an art.
It seriously is. I had such a hard time last year with the gravy.
Yeah. I usually do a flour-based gravy. I don't know if that's a southern thing, but take your butter or your fat, your drippings, and you get that heated up, and then you put the flour in it. Cook the flour for a minute, minute and a half, so you don't have that uncooked flour taste.
Yeah.
And then you add your broth or the rest of your drippings, and then season it up.
Our friend Nicole brought mashed potatoes. Beth brought her Brussels sprouts with bacon and squash. It looks so good. We have baked macaroni and cheese, of course, the green bean casserole, and stuffing.
Okay, you're missing out. It's pretty fantastic.
Just saying. We're gonna play a game on our phones, you guys. And it's hooked up to your TV. So Beth is having us go to Jackbox, and then we answer through our phones, and it'll go on the TV. So this will be fun. Heather's already died. We're only 1 minute in the game.
Kimmy cheated.
I totally cheated. Watch out. Costco pumpkin pie and Beth's pecan pie. Yo.
South and west to kind of get away from.
Except for your shit. What happened when the turkey got into a fight?
What happened?
He got the stuffing knocked out of him. Why was Thanksgiving soup so expensive?
Why?
It had 24 carrots.
Try that one again, Heather. 24 carats.
24 karat gold. There we go.
She still doesn't get it.
No, she doesn't. She won't. She'll be thinking about it tonight a bit.
I'll call you later. I'm like, I get your joke now.
What did baby corn say to mama corn? What? Where's popcorn? I've never heard of that. That's actually funny. What sound does a space turkey make? Hubble, hubble, hubble.
You kidding us, the hubble?
She gets that. She can't get the 24 karat gold.
I'm sorry, I'm
But
too
you gotta
smart.
make it like a turkey.
Yeah.
Hubble, 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 hubble. South and west to kind of get away from.
Except for your shit.
That was Columbus.
What does Miley Cyrus eat at Thanksgiving? Twerky.
Oh man, These are good. Hold on, I need a sip of my water. Water, just water.
Make her laugh. Make her laugh.
This is why I don't have nice things. Oh, my stomach hurts.
What sound does a turkey phone make?
What?
Wing wing.
Your delivery is the best part of it. Oh, you make my stomach hurt in a good way.
What holiday do they celebrate in prison?
Friendsgiving.
Yes.
Thanksgiving. That's enough. We're done.
That was so fun. That first year will always be on my heart and one of my favorites. So what I learned back then in 2017, I have to embrace imperfections. From mistaking ranch seasoning for garlic salt, to using too much bread flour to all-purpose flour with making Ma's rolls. But it taught me that all these little mishaps are what create a ton of the fun memories. One thing I learned is to prep early and get organized. Relying on my planner even back then helps me stay on track on what I need to do next and what I need. And to this day, writing things down in my planner, having the meal organized helps me stay in track, especially when I need to make a few of the dishes like at the same time. And one thing it taught me was definitely to streamline the menu, especially making things ahead of time. I made the stuffing the day before, and all I had to do right before the dinner was heat it through. This saves so much time. I still do that to this day. And one of the big lessons I learned that year was to ask for help. A few of our friends stayed behind that year to help us clean up. Heather was a great help, and she sure made cleaning up so much fun.
Your Italian side, shall we, Kimmy? Friendsgiving.
And there's still memories when you're cleaning up. Heather and I had such a good time. We turned on the music, we were dancing, we were messing around, and it just created more memories for that night. We're jamming out to 90s pop. And Heather is bagging up the green bean casserole. This is where we're at. Dishwasher's empty. Now we gotta get everything they can get in the dishwasher in. Then we'll wash the plates that we used for dinner. No, we're not doing too shabby. I mean, this is not bad. We're cruising. So don't do it all yourself. Definitely ask for help. All right, let's hop into year 2. The year is 2018. On this year, I upped my planning game and even tried grocery pickup. I think this might have been one of the first times I ever tried it. Let's dive in. Aprons on, let's go. Good morning, friends. It is Friendsgiving. Woot woot. Come along with me today. So right now I am doing my grocery list according to areas of the store. Here is my list that I need for Friendsgiving. I'll put this notebook in my purse and then I'll head to the store later. You know what's crazy? I've never ordered groceries from Walmart and had them picked up. So I'm thinking I really don't want to go into the store, but I want to get this done. I'm gonna see if I can order online. There's nothing available tonight to pick up, obviously, but tomorrow morning between 8 and 9 a.m. I've never done this. Maybe I'll give it a shot and see how it goes. I haven't done it yet, which is crazy. I'm gonna try this. Good morning, friends. I'm at the pickup. They said to let them know when I was on my way, and they used GPS, and I pulled into my spot and I got a ding, you're here. What spot are you in? And I'm like, this is cool. They are on their way out to bring me my groceries, and if I like this, I might be doing this all the time. One, I know it'll save me money not going in the store all the time and doing all those impulse buys. And 2, it saves a buttload of time. I don't have to go in there. All right, let's see what this is gonna be like.
So if they're all right, we'll go ahead and let you sign.
She was so sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there was one substitution of the lemons. It was just a different bag. It was fine. But I don't know, we'll go home, we'll check my stuff, and we'll see. But so far, thumbs up. Okay. They nailed it. They got everything on my list and everything looks beautiful, and I am so gonna keep doing this. This was awesome. Do you know how much money I saved by not going in the store and putting more things in my cart? Holy crap. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing that more. So here is a bin that we're gonna keep in the pantry that I'm already starting to put all our Thanksgiving ingredients in, so that way I know where they are. I don't have to go hunting for them when I start cooking. And I'll go downstairs and get the rest of the things that I need and put them in here. That way I don't have to go hunting. Now I am going into Costco to pick up a couple of things. I'm looking for the brine that we love from here for our turkey for Thanksgiving. So that is the main thing I am looking for. This is the brine we get every year, and it's so good. And they only had 2 left, and I just took 1.
You gotta take turns, huh?
So now I am at Walmart. Yes, but Kimmy, didn't you get your groceries delivered? Uh-huh, but I forgot something. I'm at a different Walmart, and I'm trying to find craisins, and I can't find them. This is different than my Walmart, so. Excuse me, where can I find craisins?
They're down on the snack aisle, you know, with the crackers and chips. It's
Okay.
I can't see it from here, but it's like 21.
Down the cracker aisle?
Or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's down the one that says snacks 22.
Thank you. Once the holidays are over, oh my word, we are doing, I sat down with Derek and we talked about this, like we're doing the ordering the groceries. And oh, here they are. And we're gonna order our groceries online, and we're just going to menu plan for 2 weeks and grab them every 2 weeks. So I need craisins. I had a bag in my pantry, but they were old and I thought they were new. So Walmart craisins are $2.64 and the regular craisins are $3.22. Yeah, I'll be going with the Walmart. I need Italian breadcrumbs, butternut squash, and that's it. And then I can go home. This is the turkey that we're using for Friendsgiving tomorrow. It's fully cooked smoked turkey. It's smoked up to 4 to 6 hours. All you have to do is put it in your oven and heat it up. It gives the directions. So good. So if you want a smoked turkey but don't have a smoker, there you go. Look how full that bucket has gotten. But everyone knows, don't you dare touch anything in there. Mama will get you. That's all for Friendsgiving and Thanksgiving. I am in my Thanksgiving binder. So in here I have my menu plan. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me as I write this out. There's 8 of us, 4 couples in all. Appetizers. I have shrimp, like cocktail shrimp. And then I'm gonna make shrimp dip. Then I do have some cashews, carrots, and celery with dip. And Denise, she might be making her crab dip. So it's a very fishy appetizer, but whatevs. And then I do have chips and crackers to go with the dips. So that is our appetizers. For our main, we have the smoked turkey, and that is from Costco. I'm gonna skip down here to drinks. I have my sparkling cranberry punch, and then water with lemons. We are having mashed potatoes, and Becky's in charge of mashed potatoes, and Destiny is bringing sweet potatoes, and I am doing green bean casserole, but I could put on the veggies. I am doing a butternut squash. For desserts, I'm doing a blueberry pie. I know that Denise is bringing a razzle pie, and Destiny is doing, I think, a pecan pie. I'm still debating if I want to do my deviled eggs or not. I don't know. If Derek wants them, I'll definitely do them. And then of course we're gonna have the gravy. Oh yeah, no, there is one more thing, my favorite thing. There is gonna be stuffing. So there we have it. That is my Friendsgiving menu. I did forget a couple of things. I do have some crescent rolls. I don't know where to put them. I need like an other section. I guess we'll put it as a side. I do have some crescent rolls. I'm not making my mom's rolls until Thanksgiving. And then I do have some cranberry sauce. If I don't write this, I will forget to put these things out. Denise is also making like a strawberry pretzel salad. Oh, and she is bringing ice cream for all the pies. And I'm gonna try to make the red cabbage. My mother-in-law's always made it, and so I was gonna try it. And if it turns out, we'll be having that too. And there is my Friendsgiving dinner menu. We're gonna eat so good. Good morning, friends. It is Friendsgiving, and I have a lot to do today. I pulled out all the recipes from my Thanksgiving binder that I'm gonna be cooking. And I have them pretty much in order. It might change, and they're on my cookbook stand right here. I didn't cook anything last night, which I should have, but you guys, it is the holidays. I have so much editing and I had to get ahead. So, but it's good because I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do this today. I'm not stressing. The first thing I'm gonna make today is blueberry pie. Then I have a sausage and cranberry stuffing, shrimp dip, best is red cabbage, make ahead green bean casserole, sparkling cranberry punch, and make ahead turkey gravy, and then the turkey's going in the oven. And we need to get the table all set up. I think that's my favorite part. I am gonna be making the stuffing this morning, and then it'll go back in the oven later just to heat through. Because it takes like 45 minutes to cook, so I don't want to do that later when the turkey's in the oven. So when I go to reheat it, it's gonna take no time at all. But the first thing I want to do is get my blueberry pie made. First, I'm going to zest my lemon. I'm gonna need 1 teaspoon of the lemon zest. Now I'm gonna take that lemon and I'm gonna squeeze 4 teaspoons of lemon juice. You'll need 4 cups of blueberries, rinse and drain them. Now sprinkle the lemon juice over the berries. Add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. We're going to combine the brown sugar with 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of the lemon zest, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Toss this mixture gently with the blueberries and coat well. Then add your blueberry mixture to a pie shell. I'm getting a little help today with the pre-made pie crust. Put the berry mixture into the pie shell, dot with some butter, about 2 tablespoons. Place the second crust on top, seal the edges. Now I'm sharing with you this tip that I saw. I'm not even sure where I saw it, but you can use the end of your tongs to help create a pretty design and seal your pie crust. It was okay, but I ended up going back to what I usually do. So seal those edges and cut 3 slashes in the top to allow steam to escape. Bake in a preheated 350 degrees oven for 10 minutes. And then you'll lower the heat to 350 degrees and continue baking for about 30 to 35 minutes. And cool before slicing. So the blueberry pie is in the oven, and I want to put dishes in the dishwasher, but this was full and the kids didn't have time to unload it this morning. I'm gonna unload this so I can clean as I go, because I've been told I'm a good cook, but I'm a messy cook. No messes today. I don't have time for that. Okay, I'm working on the shrimp dip. This is my favorite dip. I learned about this dip from my mother-in-law, joined the family, and she would always make this. I'm like, what is this? And it is so good and addicting. Oh my gosh. So I look forward to this. We mainly have this during the holidays. Like, we just don't randomly have it. Okie dokie. The shrimp dip is done. So we're gonna serve this with wheat thins and chips and crackers. It's just so good. And this is going in the fridge. I'm gonna get going on making best is red cabbage. Okay, we're gonna take this red cabbage and you can either finely shred it or just chop it. Start off with 2 cups vinegar, but you're probably gonna add a lot more in this process, because while it's cooking and you take the lid off and you check on it, it has to make you cough. You want to be like, whoa. I did end up adding another cup of vinegar. You're going to cook on low, covered for a couple hours. Keep checking on it to see if it needs more vinegar. So my cabbage has been cooking for over an hour. And then you add a couple of tablespoons of butter. And then stir it off with 1/4 to 1/2 cup of sugar. This is all to taste. So if it's a little too bitter for you, add more sugar. And then let it cook for a little while. Do you see all this liquid? I drained some of the juice. I added a little more butter and sugar in, and I left enough of the water so it wouldn't burn. So overall, this cooked for about 2 hours on the stove. It is almost 10:30 in the morning, and I'm doing really good on time, especially since I'm filming a couple of these dishes, and filming always makes any process longer. A lot of you have said, should I get an Instant Pot? Is it worth it? Yeah, because when I took my eggs out, I put them in an ice bath, and then I crack them and then I roll them, and it just peels off beautifully. Don't use your nails, kind of like just use the plump part of your thumb, and it just comes right off. Oh my gosh. And then you rinse them. So great. And I get asked a lot, what size? Instant Pots, well, it depends on the size of, I have my trash cans right here if you're wondering. Just depends on the size of your family. I have a 6-quart and I have an 8-quart. So if we want to do bigger things like ribs and roasts, it's just more convenient with the 8. Be happy with either one. Here are the deviled eggs for Friendsgiving. I'm gonna put them in the fridge downstairs. There is some here on this plate for the kids. They're gonna definitely gobble these up. So these are for them. Look who's home. Hi, say hi. She came home for Jonah's basketball game, and then she's going right back. That's a bummer. Look at her working hard over there on her homework. I'm very proud of her. Feels so good to have her home, even if it's just for a short bit. She is an hour away, so not too bad. To make my sausage and cranberry stuffing, I am just gonna use this herb stuffing from Mrs. Cubbinson's, and I got it at Costco. I'll be adding some extra seasonings to it, but it's gonna be so good. So it comes with 4 bags, and I am going to use 2 of these bags for that. Okay, over medium-high heat, you're gonna add your sausage to a big skillet, and you're gonna cook it for 3 minutes, breaking it up. Okay, when that 3 minutes is up, you're gonna add 1½ cups of chopped onion and celery. And so we're gonna cook this together for another 3 minutes. After that 3 minutes, we are gonna now add 2 cloves of minced garlic and 1/2 cup of chopped parsley. Cook this together for 2 minutes until that sausage is no longer pink. Smells so good once that garlic hits it. Once that is done, we're gonna turn it off and we're gonna set it aside. And now we're gonna work on our breadcrumb mixture. In a bowl, you're going to add 14 ounces of chicken broth, 1/2 cup of melted butter, and for all the seasonings, you're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon. So we have salt, black pepper, rubbed sage, dried thyme. Give this a little mix. Then you're gonna put in a really big bowl your 12 cups of bread cubes, dried bread cubes, and then we're gonna pour the mixture over it, and we are going to toss this together. You can fold in your 1 cup of dried cranberries, and then you're going to combine your sausage mixture in with those bread cubes. And if you don't like dried cranberries, you can do what I do with my other stuffing recipe. I'll leave the link below. You can add chopped apples if you want. So good. We're gonna spoon this into a greased 13 by 9 baking dish, and you're gonna have your oven already preheated at 350 degrees. Okay, it's 1 o'clock. My cabbage is still stewing away, and the cranberry sausage stuffing is about to go in the oven, and it's gonna cook for about 40 to 45 minutes, and it's gonna cook uncovered. Okay, I have my menu sheet on the refrigerator, and I have this dry erase marker, and I'm just marking off what I have already gotten done, and then when it gets closer, things that I took out, like the shrimp and the chips and crackers and stuff like that. Stuffing is in the oven. That is done. So I already got the deviled eggs made. Red cabbage is going right now. I am doing good on time for sure. Okay, stuffing is done. I'm just gonna wrap it up. And when I put it back in the oven, I might just drizzle just a little bit of chicken stock. We'll see. This is not gonna fit. Crap. I am in the crapper. My bake pan was used for the stuffing. So what I'm gonna do is move some of the stuffing into here, wrap up the rest, because we're not gonna eat all this. There's only 8 of us. See, I did everything backwards today for Friendsgiving than I do for Thanksgiving. See, this I would have known because I would have marked the pan that this was for the turkey, because I do it with Post-its, but I didn't do it for Friendsgiving, and look what happened. That's okay. So we're just gonna move it in here. I'm gonna moisten it just a little bit with chicken stock, and then warm this back up in the oven. It's still really hot. Oh, it did fit all in here. Well, what do you know? And then I have a little bit of broth left. I'm just going to moisten some areas. That will go back in the oven in just a little bit. It's time to get the turkey in the oven. So this is getting in the oven for 4 o'clock, and it'll do just fine until it's time. So it says heat your oven to 350 degrees, done that. Remove turkey from packaging and place breast side up in 2-inch deep baking pan. Cover turkey tightly with aluminum foil to help retain moisture. 10 to 12 minutes per pound. So I figured this was gonna take about an hour and a half. And then when it gets out of the oven, it'll stand for 10 minutes and then we'll carve into it. I'm starting on the turkey gravy. And I actually got this recipe from one of you. Joanne Henderson wrote to me and sent me her favorite turkey gravy recipe. You'll need 3 to 4 pounds of turkey wings. I couldn't find any raw. Put your wings down on a single layer on a roasting pan. Add some sliced onions on top, and you'll roast it for about an hour and 15 minutes, or until the wings are nice and brown. I technically didn't have to do this part because they're already smoked, but I just wanted to give you the visual of it. When they're done roasting, put the wings and onions in a stock pot. To your roasting pan, add 1 cup of water, and then you just take your whisk and whisk around the pan and pick up any yummy bits that you got from roasting. Then you'll add the water and all the yummy bits to your pot. Then you'll add 6 cups of chicken broth. Then toss in 3/4 cups of chopped carrots and 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme. Now I'm adding in 2 medium onions peeled and quartered. I'll bring this up to a boil and then reduce it down to a simmer. And this will simmer uncovered for 1.5 hours. When the time's up, you'll remove your wings, drain your broth into a bowl, and you can discard your veggies at this point. I will say it's easier to make this recipe the night before because you could take this bowl and pop it in the fridge and get it nice and cold. That way it's easier to scrape off the fat. But today I don't have time for that, so I am going to stick it in the fridge for just a little bit. That way I can scrape off as much fat as I can. In a saucepan, mix 2 cups of chicken broth with 3/4 cup flour. You're going to whisk and mix this until it's smooth. While you're mixing this and getting it nice and smooth, in another saucepan, bring the other 6 cups of the turkey broth to a boil. Then you'll whisk in the flour mixture and boil 4 to 5 minutes to thicken the gravy, and it removes that floury taste. Then you'll stir in 2 tablespoons of butter and then add in about 1/2 teaspoon of salt and pepper. The table is set. I just need to put out the salt and pepper shakers, put butter in the butter dishes, and then the gravy in the gravy boats, and we are good to go. I do need to make the sparkling cranberry punch. This is going to make 12 to 14 servings. You'll need 2 quarts of cranberry juice, 6 ounces of frozen pink lemonade, and 1 quart of sparkling water. Just mix all of that together and you have a beautiful punch for the holidays. Our friends are here and we're starting on the appetizers. We're having a very fishy appetizer night.
Oh, is that a shrimp dip?
Yeah, what is that?
That's a crab.
That's crab and cream cheese, a little Dijon.
Here's the Costco smoked bird. And he didn't even have to smoke it. He just heated it through.
Smoked it for hours.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
That's the only cruise I don't want to go on.
The boat can just cruise past the city. Yeah, maybe through it.
And then in the morning time, is it hot? No.
That's what happens to Jester.
I know that press and seal works good, but getting it out of the box is horrible. All right, ooh, this is bright. Well, guys, Friendsgiving was a load of fun. And it is midnight and they just left. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. After we were done eating, we just sat around and talked and then had pie, sat around and talked, and then we moved into the living room and we played some games on Jackbox TV because you get to play on your phone and everyone's a part of it. It's so much fun. Everything everyone brought was delicious. Those yams Destiny made, like the smashed up yams.
Yeah, they were good.
They were so good. Friendsgiving year 2, a success. It was so much fun. Oh, but I'm tired. It's midnight. I'm going to bed. The dishes are done except for the glasses, and we'll do those in the morning. And we'll take down the rest of the table in the morning, and I'll finish up. The major stuff is done, so we don't have to do major, like all the pots and pans, everything is clean. So tomorrow morning won't be bad at all. I'm sleeping in tomorrow. Hopefully till 10. Can I sleep?
There's no sleeping in.
10.
Too much to do.
10 a.m.
Okay.
Let's just sleep until 10.
I bet we make it till 8.
I know, and all the kids just went to bed too. My feet are killing me. I only sat down for about 15 minutes today with Callie, and I edited this video for you. Well, up to a certain point I edited, and then I got back to work. So honestly, 15 minutes I sat down the whole day until I sat down to dinner. So my feet are killing me.
Fun night though. It was good.
We're so good. Food was awesome. And we get to eat like that again in a week.
Yes, we do.
That was so fun. I really should have prioritized some rest. It's always a full day on my feet. One of the time-saving things that happened in 2018 was that I tried the Walmart pickup for the first time. Realizing the convenience and the wins with online shopping was a huge score that year. And it's a good reminder to try something new, something that will save you time and money. What really helped with organizing was having that bin in the pantry for all the ingredients. I still do that tip to this day. It helps keeps things organized. I know where all my holiday needs are. That is hands down one of my favorite tips when you're holiday prepping. Having a visible menu of what was coming, what I need to make always helps. Still to this day, I post that or I open up my planner so I can see it. I'm a visual person, so out of sight, out of mind. All right, let's jump into Friendsgiving number 3, which was in 2019. And what makes this Friendsgiving different is it's in a new home. We had recently moved that summer, and it was so fun hosting it in a new kitchen. Isn't that etiquette to pee at the table? I have 4 other couples coming tonight for dinner, and I need to get the place ready, and I have to make a few dishes, and of course you're coming along with me. Hopefully this will motivate all of you getting ready for a holiday dinner. I am gonna first start by getting the rolls out of the freezer, which are right here so they can thaw and rise. I am also going to grab a pie for tonight. I'm going to grab a pumpkin. I'm also going to grab a blueberry pie because we're gonna bake these as well. And then an apple pie. Apple pie, this pie filling is in the aluminum foil. All we have to do is put a pie shell down. We have a blueberry pie and a pumpkin pie. The pumpkin pie is already baked, and then the blueberry pie needs to be baked. And then we have our rolls. I do have a video for you guys where I started my holiday baking to get ahead. So that way, like today, all I had to do was take things out and heat them through. I'm not sure how much they're going to rise, just because I have never done these frozen before. But they're gonna take a little while. Like I said, it's around 9:13 in the morning. We have plenty of time for these to thaw out and rise a little and get them in the oven. So yay, look, I don't have to take my Bosch out. I don't have to create a mess. Seriously, the best part about taking some time out of your day and spend the day baking and getting ahead for your holiday dinner. I am so glad I did that. I was exhausted that day, but man, I'm so glad today, because I would have been up last night making these rolls. So thankful. I'm gonna put these back in the freezer, and look at that. I have more rolls for Thanksgiving. These are gonna set out. I'm gonna cover them with saran wrap. My mom's rolls are addicting and they make a ton. To your mixer, you're gonna add your eggs, sugar, cold water, and salt. For your yeast mixture, you're gonna mix it with some warm water and sugar and let it rise for 2 to 5 minutes. When your yeast mixture is ready, add it on in. On your stove, you're gonna boil 1 cup of water and add in 1 cup of shortening and let it melt. Let it cool down for a minute and add it to your mixture. Mix this mixture until it's well combined, and then add 7½ cups of flour. And keep mixing. Okay, I'm gonna spray my hands. I'm gonna add my dough mixture in, and then I'm gonna put a wet cheesecloth over the top and put this in our refrigerator to get really cold so then we can work with it. 2 hours before baking, take your bowl out of the fridge, roll them up into balls, place them on a baking sheet or pan, and have them rise until they double in size. You'll bake at 400 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna start setting the table. From Hobby Lobby, that's where I think I got these. These are paper placemats, and these are the napkins, and then the napkin rings look like this, so I thought that would look really pretty. We are not doing normal plates. We are gonna do paper plates. I'm taking a break this year, and we're just going to do paper plate. Keeping it very simple this Friendsgiving. So some years I fancy it up completely, and some years I just don't. I don't think I'm gonna do a tablecloth on the table. I might just leave it bare with these. This just rips off. Bam! I think I like this. And there's 24, so I could save this for another year. Just store it someplace where flat. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. I'm so glad I did it this way this year. 10. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. Things that excite me as a 42-year-old adult. I know, I'm like using paper plates and plasticware, and then we're gonna have nice napkins. Yep. One little luxury, right? The pumpkin pie, I just took the aluminum foil out and I'm just gonna let it sit all day out. That's it. This is the blueberry pie. This needs to be baked. So I wrapped that in first saran wrap and then the aluminum foil. We do not thaw this before we put it in the oven. My oven is almost to temperature. If you thaw it and then bake it, it'll be so soggy. Here's the apple pie filling. I put aluminum foil down and then I poured the apple pie filling in, and so that way it would keep its shape for when I want to put it in the pie shell instead of just freezing it in a bag. Our pie shell is in. And this is just coming right off the aluminum foil. And then we're just gonna place it right in there and bam, it fits. That is genius. I'm gonna put a few dollops of butter in here. And we'll put the top shell on. And the reason why I am cooking at least the apple pie this morning and not closer to dinner time to have a nice warm apple pie is because it's frozen. It's gonna take a while it's cooling to set up because of the consistency that it'll be. So we already have thickening agents in here to help with that. Same with the blueberry, but I've never really had warm blueberry pie. So we'll put both the blueberry pie and the apple pie in the oven together. And then later, we'll put in the turkey. The turkey is not going to take long to heat through because we are using a turkey we got from Costco. It's already a smoked turkey. All we have to do is warm it through. We've had them before from Costco and they are a delicious turkey. Now we'll just put some slits up top. Okay, so we have our apple pie and our blueberry pie ready to get in the oven. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure how long to bake these because when I do the blueberry pie, normally it's 450 degrees for 10 minutes and then you lower it down to 350. But I'm gonna keep it at 450 degrees for the first 10-15 minutes. Take a look at it and go from there. I might lower the oven down to just 400. So, but we're gonna start there. The house is gonna smell so good. I can't wait. So I talked with Siri. Her and I had a little discussion and I lowered the oven to 425. But I'm wondering if I should do an egg wash over those two pies. Probably, huh? Okay. So this is what an afterthought looks like. Hurry. Ooh, without ruining my dough. Okay, just a little one. Not a whole lot. All right, back in you go. Okay, now that that's in there, let's get going on our stuffing. Let's make some slow cooker stuffing. Melt 1.5 cups of butter in your pan, and you'll saute up together 12 ounces of sliced mushroom and a cup each of onion and chopped celery. Saute these up until they're translucent, and you can add 1/4 cup of chopped fresh parsley at this point. In a bowl, add 12 cups of bread cubes. So I need dried sage, dried thyme, dried marjoram, salt, and pepper. We're gonna pour in our veggies. I'm adding in 2 whisked eggs. 4.5 cups of chicken broth or as needed. I don't want it too soggy. So I am gonna start with the can. All right, it's at a pretty good point, but I am gonna add some more. I'm liking this. This is going to cook on high for an hour and then low for like 8. I do fluff it up periodically, and sometimes I move my lid sideways on it, or I'll put a paper towel in to collect the moisture. Fluff it up when it's done, and it's absolutely delicious. So now I'm starting on the shrimp dip. That's our shrimp dip. We're gonna get in the fridge and it's gonna chill and the flavors are gonna marry. It's gonna be so good. These are gonna have the rest of the day to cool off and they'll thicken and they'll be perfect. Yum. Okay, it's 11 a.m. The pies are done. The rolls are not frozen anymore, so they're going to rise. And then when they get to the point where I like them, I'll bake them and the rolls will be done. Time is going by and I'm doing really good on time. It is 2:14. Guests will be here for 6 o'clock. We're in a good spot. I'll just pick up and clean just an hour before. I mean, the house is in great shape. Just kind of pick it up, vacuum, just wipe things down. Yeah, we're in a good spot. Paige, is it your birthday today?
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paige. Happy birthday to you. We got Paige a birthday cupcake from where she gets groomed. There's like a puppy bakery. What is this? Happy birthday, Paige. Go ahead. Happy birthday. She's eating it. So Paige got a birthday present, a couple of them, and one of them is a ball. Happy birthday! New ball. Look at your new toy. Okay, I noticed, I took a peek at the bottom of this apple pie crust and it looked like it was soggy. So I took some aluminum foil and I covered it and I put it back in the oven at 400 degrees to crisp up the bottom. It looks like it might have done the trick. So if you're experiencing this with your apple pie recipe, give that a try. But this looks good, perfect. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat this. All right, this is the best that the rolls are gonna do. So I'm gonna get them in the oven. They'll puff up some more. Would you look at those, Derek? Oh, the beautiful clock. Ooh, look at these. They're airy and fluffy. They are so good. This turkey, the instructions say that you need to bake it at 350 degrees for 12 minutes per pound. And this is 11.6 pound bird, maybe 2 hours, but my oven does run like high. So, and the internal temperature needs to be 145. So we're gonna throw it in at 4 o'clock. What do you smell, Paige? Yeah, some of the skin got folded over, but we could just fold it like this and we can play doctor. Look at that pretty, pretty bird. We're gonna wrap him up and he's gonna cook.
It's a he?
A tom, isn't it a tom? I don't know. We're gonna cook this bird up. We're gonna put some aluminum foil over it and get it in the oven. It could cook up to 2 hours, but we're gonna keep a very close eye on it because the internal temperature needs to be around 140 or 145 it said. So we'll keep a close eye. So what I'm gonna do is make the cranberry salsa and get that in the refrigerator. Finally, chop your cranberries, cilantro, green onions, and jalapenos in a food processor or blender. To that mixture, add your cup of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of the cumin powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Squeeze some lime juice with that. Then place your bowl in the refrigerator to chill for at least an hour before serving. Serve this over some cream cheese with your crackers, chips, or top it on top of some pork, chicken, or turkey. I'm gonna see where we're at. My menu says shrimp dip done, cranberry salsa done, charcuterie board, no, I'm not gonna do that. Turkey's in the oven. Rolls are done. Heather's bringing carrots, Brussels sprouts by Beth, yams by Becky. Stuffing is doing its thing in the crock pot. Gravy, all we have to do is warm it up. So I gotta just go grab a can of cranberry sauce and start peeling the mashed potatoes because we're gonna do those in the Instant Pot, so that's not gonna take long at all. Okay, time to get all this in the dishwasher and washed up so we have a clear sink. So Derek peeled some potatoes. They're in the Instant Pot with, I think he said, a cup of water. So we're gonna put the cover on and we're going to high pressure them for 12 minutes. The stuffing is done, but I took off the top a while ago and let it cook without the cover on because it creates so much moisture that it gets this so moist that it's like not fluffy and it's almost like soggy. So for the last hour I've had it off and I kept stirring it every 10 minutes so that way it can get all dry and not so liquidy, if that makes sense. So this is perfect. So now it's just sitting here on low and I've just had the cover kind of like that on. Part of the reason why you don't want to put too much chicken broth in, because the condensation gets it really moist. So this is what the Costco gravy came in, and I'm gonna definitely keep this container. I just bought some of these containers off of Amazon. I'll leave a link. All right, we'll cut this bag open, put it in a saucepan and heat it up. I hope it's good. I have a jar of turkey gravy just in case. I just didn't have the energy to do the make-ahead turkey gravy this year. Well, we're gonna pray that this is good. All right, I'm gonna share with you the setup. So here we have the dessert station here. We have more knives and forks and spoons and some napkins. And these are the pies that I made. Of course, the pumpkin, the blueberry, and the apple. Our guests will add more to this. All right, I got my serving platters out. This is where the shrimp dip's gonna go with crackers and chips. This is where the cranberry salsa is gonna go with the cream cheese and all the salsa, because that salsa gets liquidy, it's gonna expand, so it'll go here. This is gonna have the cranberry sauce in it. And of course, this is going to have the gravy. I am just putting the cream cheese in here with the cranberry salsa.
We didn't know. We didn't know, so we're like,
What are those?
oh, that's pretty. And the Brussels sprouts have applewood, bacon, and caramelized. Oh, is this the one we brought the last time? Oh my gosh. I think so. I didn't use the recipe. Holy crap. You don't have to tell us back to twice. He's taking the camera and like,
You are indeed a #1 cook. And then when he was done, he went straight to his normal.
we're all in the periphery.
Isn't that etiquette to eat at the table? I mean, you leave it in the back. I did. True story.
That was a fun one. So here are things that I learned from that year of Friendsgiving. So that year, having the pies and rolls prepared and stored in the freezer was a huge time saver. This made things a little more relaxing without like the last minute baking stress. This confirmed more to me how valuable batch prepping can be before the holidays. I absolutely love setting up my dining table with the nice plates and things, but that year was so much fun utilizing all disposable items. I mean, cleanup was a breeze, but it still felt so festive and it looked beautiful. All right, let's move on to Friendsgiving 2021. This is Friendsgiving number 4. We obviously didn't have it in 2020 and we moved again. So we were really excited to host. What's great about this year was I got a new turkey roaster, like a big roaster. So I was super excited to try it out and I'm gonna share with you our beautiful tablescape. It was actually one of my favorite ones I've done. Are you ready? Let's go. Mr. Toodles is doing manly things. Dad's doing a good job. Getting all of the porch just cleaned up and freshened up before our guests get here. The pumpkins are still going strong, looking good. But the boys are gonna take them after Thanksgiving. They always go shooting after Thanksgiving, so those will get blown up. But they're so pretty. Let's jump into the planning. So these are the Thanksgiving pages that are in the She's in Her Apron planner. So this is the Thanksgiving party planning countdown. What you do 3 to 4 weeks before, 2 weeks before, 1 week, week of, day before, and day of. We have a master to-do list, so any things you don't want to forget about, you could jot them down there. Next, we have Thanksgiving dinner, where we're gonna map out our menu. So appetizers, main dish, vegetables, sides, desserts, and drinks. And then a box down below to add anything else you would like. And on the right, we have our grocery list. Produce and meat and poultry, deli and the bakery, canned goods, dry goods, baking items and spices, condiments, snacks, dairy, drinks, frozen and miscellaneous, and another little box at the bottom there to help you out. Okay, then we have an assignment list. So if you look down on the left, we have spots for appetizers, a salad, a bread, 3 main dishes, side dishes, desserts, and beverages and other for you. So on the top, we have a section of what that item is, the recipe source, and who's making it. We have our cooking schedule. So there's a spot there for the dish that you're going to be cooking. And if you're going to be doing it the week of, the day before, the day of, the cooking method, what cooking and serving dish will it be in, the prep time, baking and cooking time, and cooking temperature. So for the cooking schedule, we have the day before and the day of, and the start time is 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. on both. So it's all mapped out. You can schedule this in any way that you like, but it's just an idea to help you be able to stay on track of it all. So the day before is make the pies. I took out the pumpkin pie and it's thawing. I do need to make the apple pie. Just put it in the crust and bake it, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow along with the blueberry pies, and then prepare any make ahead recipes. I'm gonna do everything tomorrow. Clean any remaining areas in rooms. I did that today. I worked on the kitchen. Earlier today I did the bathroom. So tomorrow all we have to do is just wipe it down and make sure we're good to go. Vacuum, I'm gonna do that tomorrow, and put any finishing touches on the table decor, and we're doing the table tomorrow. The day of, we have set the table, put turkey in the oven on time. I'm putting my turkey in at 3:30. Cook any dishes assigned to you and get ready and freshen up. They're gonna come in and we're gonna bring them over to the living room and we will have some apps there. Okay, so I do know that one of the gals is bringing an artichoke dip. So I am gonna do a grazing board, and then the main star is our turkey. It is a pre-smoked turkey from Costco. So we have some gravy to go with that already set to go. I'm not doing green bean casserole. Trader Joe's, they have these little tarts that are green bean casserole tarts. I don't know, they sound so intriguing. I do want to do saute green beans. Someone is bringing cheesy potatoes. I am gonna do stuffing. I want to try the cornbread stuffing from Trader Joe's. What I am gonna do though is put a little star next to the ones that I am in charge with, just so my brain knows like, hey, do not forget this. Also, I will be making rolls the day of. There's a lot that I could do today, the day before, but honestly guys, our schedule today, we have a couple of meetings. It's crazy, but I do love conquering a lot the day before. All right, for dessert, Zach is bringing a dessert. I have pumpkin pie, a blueberry pie, and the apple. And there is this cranberry tart at Trader Joe's that I want to try. So for drinks, some like sparkling ciders, and then of course water. We'll get lemons and put some cranberries in there to make it really pretty. My menu's done and my grocery list is done. We have plenty of food. I am so excited. This is pumpkin harvest soap. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby, the beginning of the fall season. So it smells really good. All right, let's get this blueberry pie ready to go in the oven. What I want to do is put an egg wash on it. I'm gonna add a few tablespoons of water to this. Beat this up. I'm gonna use this also on the apple pie, so I won't get rid of it. And yes, we are baking this fully frozen. That way we don't get things soggy. It'll all cook up together and you'll end up cooking it longer than you normally would. I have the link to the video on how long you cook it for, because I don't even know. I'm just honestly sticking it in my oven and letting it go and I'll see when it's done. Now I'll get going on the apple pie. If you use pre-made pie crusts, I always stick them on top of the stove top while the oven's preheating and it gets the chill off of them. Here is my apple pie filling. Now, if you watch the apple pie video, you know what went down. If not, the link is below. Let's get this bottom one down. Still a little cold, but that's okay. Still workable. So the apple pie and apple crisp video is linked down below for you, so you can see how I did pre-made the apple crisp and the apple pie, and how you too can get it in this shape, because it's just easier and faster, I think, just doing it this way. All right, so now that is in there, I'm gonna take this out and just place it right in there. Bam! So easy. I'm making apple pie without doing all the work right now, all the hard brunt work, right? What pies do you love making for Thanksgiving? What are your go-tos? Ah! We could piece that on, no problem. We are huge pumpkin pie people, huge. The boys devour it, but I can't just say the boys because they all love pumpkin pie, the girls too. A few of us like the blueberry pie, not everybody, but blueberry pie is my favorite, and like lemon meringue, but I still don't know how to make a good lemon meringue. One day, right? One day. So I'm gonna make some marks in here to vent. Never know how to make the venting part pretty. You just do it, right? Okay, let's get the egg wash on this as well. So I don't want to cook the pies on the baking sheet, so I'm going to put this baking sheet with some parchment paper in the oven to catch any spills. I need to get back the liners that go underneath. I need to find those and do that. So that will hopefully catch anything that drips. Here goes the apple. Here goes the blueberry. Oh yes, the house is gonna smell so good today. Okay, those are gonna do its thing for quite a while, maybe about an hour. I don't know, we'll see. So there is some time for Derek and the boys. So they're actually gonna go to the storage unit today and bring back all of Christmas. We are slowly getting and moving out of our storage unit. Woohoo! So they're gonna go grab Christmas and put it in the garage. I'll probably start putting away Thanksgiving tomorrow and start on Christmas. So today's date is November 13th, if you're wondering. But yeah, and I am dying to put up Christmas. This is probably the first year where I wanted it up this early. This is early for me, but I'm feeling it, so. And so is Shaylee, my youngest, she's feeling it. All right, now that the pies are in the oven, I wanna get going on the dinner rolls. I always make my mom's dinner rolls, Ma's dinner rolls. That video is linked below. They're so good, but today, I wanna try the Griffiths rolls. This is the cookbook. I'll leave a link for it down below. This is a good one. And their bread recipe is yummy. And I have made their soup, their bread bowls, and we have had clam chowder in them. So good. So I want to try these today. So Ma, I will be making them on Thanksgiving, but she's watching. My mom always watches. I love you. I just want to try a different roll tonight, okay? I'm not straying. Thanksgiving, we will have your rolls, but I want to try these. So I gotta grab my Bosch out of the pantry. I could use my KitchenAid, but this really handles dough beautifully. I'm going to half this recipe because it says that with her bread recipe that it makes 40 rolls out of it. So I'm gonna half this recipe today. So I can smell the pies. They smell so good. All right, so I have my container of bread flour right here. This is what we're gonna use today. And I've got my bag of yeast that I keep in the freezer. It's a big brick that I use, like Saf yeast, and then I pour it into a baggie and then get it in the freezer. So I have that, I have my sugar. I'm gonna run my water to get it warm. This house is gonna smell so good with the bread and the pies. And then we're gonna hit it with stuffing and turkey. Yum! In this measuring cup, I'm gonna do the yeast. I have a ½ cup of warm water, and I'm gonna do a tablespoon and a half of yeast. I'm gonna mix this around, and then I need to add a tablespoon of sugar to this as well. We're gonna let this just sit and double in size for about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna just stick it in the microwave where it's nice and warm, and I'm not turning it on, just sticking it there. I'm gonna get this back in the freezer, and then let's start on the other part. For halving the recipe, 5 cups of flour. All right, and then I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of sugar. And then 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Yes.
Okay, I have my 1.5 cups of water. My yeast has doubled in size. And then I'm gonna grab my oil, and that's a 1/4 cup of oil, and we're gonna get all of that in there and mix it up. Thank goodness I have that under there because it is bubbling and dripping. So that's the apple pie right there. So thank goodness. But they're looking good. I had them start at 350 degrees. They were going for about an hour at that. And then I cranked up the heat to 420 and they're getting crisp and perfect. Look at that. My pumpkin pie is thawing, doing a good job. Okay, that needed great. So what I did was grab a bowl that it could grow in. We're gonna spray this with some spray, get this dough in there, and then it's gonna rise. Let it double in size for about an hour. So I'm gonna cover it with a cloth, and I'm just gonna let it sit in the microwave because it's nice and warm in there and snug, and let it rise for an hour and let it double. These are done. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna put them up here for just a second, then I'm gonna get them on a cooling rack. Ooh, it got me. Thank goodness for that baking sheet. Holy cow, look at all that. Thank goodness. There's the blueberry. There's the apple. It kind of caved in, but it's all good. It's gonna taste good. Wish you could smell it. Smells amazing. Okay, here is our turkey tonight. It's a smoked, fully cooked smoked turkey from Costco. And this is 11.59 pounds. And it cooks in the oven at 350 degrees for 12 minutes per pound. So we're looking at about 2 hours and 20 minutes if you want to get technical, but 2.5 hours. But I'm not going to do it in the oven. We are going to test out our new roaster from Aroma. I've got this at Walmart for $20 on clearance. So I am guessing we're gonna move it to 350 and let it cook in here. So that way I have room in the oven for the rolls and the stuffing.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up.
I'm gonna cover this with a cheesecloth. I'm gonna let these rise until they double, and then we'll get them in the oven at 375 degrees. All right, Derek is vacuuming, such a big help. And I'm about to set the table. So this is what it looked like before. And I'm gonna get this all set and ready to go.
Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh.
Because it's brand new and we haven't used it yet. We had to let it burn for a half hour. So now we can get it in. We're literally like 30 minutes behind with the turkey, but this could cook it faster. We're gonna keep an eye on it. The internal temp has to be 145 degrees. But if not, that's okay.
It's hot. I just burnt my fingers.
Oh no. This is gonna roast for 2.5 hours at 350 degrees. I'm so excited to see how this all turns out. I'll be sharing with you the tablescape. So I set everything up the other day to see how I was gonna set it up. The tablecloth and the napkins are from Hobby Lobby. And the centerpiece, I just have 3 candles, a little turkey that I have, and a pumpkin, and I just kept it simple. And the middle greenery is all from Joann's, which I got for 70% off. The chargers I've had for years. The tag on the back says Better Homes, so it could have been Walmart. The napkin rings I did get at Hobby Lobby. I do need 2 more of these white plates that I have. I noticed I was short 2, so I ran up to my mother-in-law's and borrowed 2 plates of hers. Couldn't even tell I had 2 different plates on the whole table. And I love this. I love how simple it is, but elegant. It just felt really good, and Derek liked it too. So that was exciting when the husband likes it. And I'm excited to have this table for Friendsgiving this year. Okay, these are big. They look good. I'm gonna get them in the oven for 375 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Oh, would you look at these rolls? They look so good. I can't wait to try them. This year I'm making up some gift bags that I would love to give to our friends. So I got these cute Friendsgiving tea towels from Hobby Lobby, and I could roll this up like this. From Trader Joe's, the English toffee bites, the dark chocolate almonds, these dark peanut butter cups as well. So now it'll be wrapped up and look like that for them. I have all these soaps that I bought from Costco, but then this could be their Christmas gift too. All right, they're all made up on the shelf, and we'll get those to them. Now it's time to make the cornbread stuffing. I am running a little behind, so I decided instead of doing it in the oven, I was just gonna do it over the stovetop. So I'm just following the instructions with boiling the water with a seasoning packet and butter. I always say taste test something before the day of your dinner, but this is the first time I'm trying it today, so I'm crossing my fingers that it's good. Now I'm just chopping up some onions and celery for the stuffing. It smells amazing. I can't wait to try this. So now this is just gonna sit in the pot and stay warm. I'm gonna cover it and then fluff it up right before we need to put it in the bowl and serve it up. These pans are amazing, by the way. We found them at Costco. They're fantastic. Look, Derek, I'm cutting butter in a pan with a knife. I feel like this is so wrong. So I just sauteed up the onions and celery. For another stuffing, I have a box of Mrs. Cumberson's stuffing. So I'm gonna make a backup just in case. But I'm not gonna make this like how I usually make it. I'm just following their instructions on the back and putting it in the oven, using some chicken stock to moisten them up, and then we'll get this in the oven. Okay, we're gonna try the Nantucket style cranberry pie. So you take it out of the box and let it thaw with the wrapping off. So I took that off. And this will thaw for about an hour or 2. And then they say to flip it like onto a plate and take the top off and let it thaw some more, and you're good to go. Oh, would you look at this? This is beautiful. I hope it tastes good because I've been dying to try this. If you've tried this and liked it, let us know in the comments. All right, time to start on that charcuterie board, grazing board, whatever you want to call it. I picked up all these salamis at Costco. So I am going to try my best to create something on this board. I'm about 40 minutes behind schedule, so I'm a little frantic at this point, but I do want to put something together. And this is the mushroom brie cheese that we got at Trader Joe's. And then I found this dill Havarti cheese at Smith's. It was so good. I could have eaten that whole package of cheese cubes. They were so good. I'm just trying to make it look pretty with placement. With everything that I learned going to 2 charcuterie board classes, they were so fun. I was trying to remember how to make the roses and I was like, forget it. I don't remember, let's just get this board made. So I had some club crackers and just laid them out on the board. I picked up some beautiful crisp grapes from Trader Joe's. They were so good. And then I have some smoked Gouda cheese that I'm just quartering up and then going to slice them so they can easily have a piece of Gouda on a cracker with some meat. Have fun making these boards. It's really just for the eye, but I love having lunches like this. So much fun. By now the guests have arrived. Courtney's getting her appetizer ready over in the family room. Her artichoke dip was amazing. Our turkey is done, and in fact it cooked way faster in this roasting pan. I started on the green beans. I have the gravy going. That's heating through, and that's from Costco. Our friends brought a yummy cherry pie. We're serving the sparkling ciders from Trader Joe's and water. I'm just sauteing these green beans up with some olive oil. I'm gonna hit it with garlic. Okay, this gravy is looking good, nice and hot. I'll pour that into the gravy boat. Oh my goodness, you guys, the turkey, yummy. The sweet potatoes, yummy. Both stuffings, yummy. And our friends' cheesy potatoes hit it out of the park. They were so good. Dinner was so yummy. I had a big plate, it was delicious. And dessert was good. I will have to say I was not a fan of this cranberry tart. I didn't really care for it. I was bummed. We had a fun night. Our guests stayed for quite a while. We talked, we laughed, and it was so much fun. It was great getting together with his coworkers, because honestly, we don't get together. And we can't get together just the way that how some are each other's bosses, but now things have changed in positions at work, so now we can hang out. It was really great seeing everybody. I am so upset because I had a gift for each of them and I totally spaced giving it to them. This is the sweet gift from Courtney. Oh my gosh, thank you. Holiday baking is thirsty work. Make sure you stay hydrated. And oh, 2 little spoons. Look how adorable. Oh yes, look at these cute tea towels. Thank you. And then it says lift, and there's a swig card for soda. Aw, I'm gonna so get a soda with this. I love swig, thank you. Time to get cleaning. This is all a good sign of a good time. It's a lot of work, but the leftovers are fantastic. The kids are so excited about the leftovers. In fact, Jonah really loved the Trader Joe's cornbread stuffing over my stuffing. For this Thanksgiving, I bought quite a few boxes of the Trader Joe's cornbread stuffing. The dishwasher was going while we were having dinner for the first round of dishes, and so I'll empty this. But when we served dinner, the only dishes were these dishes, but I had a lot more stuff in the sink. So I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If you have a kitchen like mine that you can't block off your sink and stuff, and you need to serve food right by the sink, may I suggest a crazy idea, but it works. You can either grab a laundry basket and put your dirty dishes in it and put that basket somewhere, okay? Done it a lot. Because you don't have time to do dishes with your guests there and everything. You can bring it into your food room or pantry and just put them on the floor in a pile and get to them later after your guests leave. Yep, that's what I'm doing. I wasn't gonna wash all those dishes. We had to have dinner. I wanted it cleared, and that's what I did. So I have those dishes to do too. All right, I'm gonna empty the dishwasher and then load it up again, put the food away. We love making turkey soup after Thanksgiving. I save all the bones and everything. I put it in a big stew pot, add it with a bunch of herbs, start making the bone broth. Oh, it's so good. I do have a video on how you can make that. It is linked below. I opened up the Trader Joe's cranberry sauce tonight and the big Costco cranberry sauce, and they're both really good. I would say that the Trader Joe's has more of that cranberry bitter, which is great, and the Costco's a little sweeter. But they're both great. I'm happy with both the cranberry sauces. Here is the turkey. The rolls are bagged up, so I'm gonna get this in the fridge. Yes, I am doing the dishes by myself. Derek did help with a lot of things behind the scenes, but I wasn't alone while getting things done. I was talking to my friend Karina from Life's Little Things on Marco Polo, and we just had so much fun talking together, so she made putting everything away and cleaning up a breeze. The dishwasher is running. Here is 1 load of dishes, and here are the dishes that were in the food storage room that I'm gonna wash up and get on this mat. If I have the energy, I will do the broiler. If not, I'll just save it for tomorrow. Here's the rest of the leftovers, and those are going in the fridge. Okay, all the dishes are done. I even did the roasting pan. The only thing left is that, and I'm definitely saving that for morning. Well, friends, that was Friendsgiving 2021. We love doing this. We love getting together with our friends. Some friends know each other and some don't, and it's just so great to connect and make new friendships. That was a fun one. So here are things that I learned from that year of Friendsgiving. Having Mrs. Cumberson's stuffing as backup, using the roaster for extra oven space was a gem. I'm so glad I have that roaster. I'm really glad I figured out my tablescape like a day before I set up the table. So knowing what I was going to do just made things super easy when I went to go decorate it. It went fast. And decorating the night before is always a great tip for the holidays. That way when you wake up and you're go, go, go with planning your holiday meal, the table is already set, done, you don't even have to think about it. Using the parchment paper to catch the drips and the pies and things helped save my oven that holiday season. And I have to say, even though putting the dirty dishes in the food storage room was a little weird, hey, it saved the ambiance that was going on in the kitchen because we were serving the food right there. So I didn't want a big thing of dishes. Just by doing that and moving it out of the way just made my anxiety feel better, knowing that we could serve up this beautiful meal and not right next to, a sink full of dishes. Hey, I am down with that tip. I encourage you to use it if you need to. All right, let's move on to our last Friendsgiving back in 2022. We didn't have one last year because we were away for most of the month of November. I was really excited about this Friendsgiving because it was back with our friend Heather, and I'm going to cherish that Friendsgiving because that was our last Friendsgiving with Heather and Gary. They moved away back to the East Coast, so I miss them already. You guys, Friendsgiving won't be the same without you. So enjoy our last Friendsgiving with Heather. Oh, she's the best. All right, it's the start of the holidays. I am getting ready for a Thanksgiving meal with friends. We're having Friendsgiving today. I have a lot of baking and cooking and getting the table ready. I'm so excited. Aprons on, let's go. This year we have 4 couples coming to dinner. Everyone is bringing something for Friendsgiving. Becky is bringing an appetizer, so I'm gonna be doing a small grazing board, and on there I am going to have cranberry salsa. The main dish, we are going to smoke that turkey. I can't wait. Vegetables. I know Beth is bringing her yummy Brussels sprouts. I mean, that counts as a side, but I like to see the differences in my sides, and this is why I created the planner this way between vegetables and sides. So for sides, of course you have to have mashed potatoes, and that means I need to make the gravy. Beth is bringing the rolls as a side as well. My friend Denise is bringing her strawberry pretzel salad. This is like my raspberry pretzel salad but made with strawberries. And then from what I do know for dessert, Beth is bringing a pecan pie and Heather is bringing a pie. And I'm going to be making a cranberry sauce for a side dish. Oh, and I am doing the stuffing. And drinks, of course, we're gonna do waters with lemons and, and things like that. I'm gonna try to go get some sparkling cider.
Your Italian side, shall we, Friendsgiving.
And I'm also gonna be making a dessert. I'm gonna do a pumpkin pie and some turnovers. They could be blueberry and cherry. So here's the menu. I did add sauteed green beans just in case. We've got a lot going on here for 5 couples. So it's simple and there are hands pitching in. What I'm gonna do is come in here. I'm gonna put a star down to the things that I am not making. Visually, it helps me to see. I'm gonna leave this blank because I don't know what Becky's bringing. That is what's going on for Friendsgiving. My grocery list is all filled out. If anything pops up, I will add to it, but The main things that I need are here. I went through all the recipes, shopped my shelves. I will be grabbing deals to stock up my pantry. And this is the best time of year to stock up. Okay, I'm starting to work on the desserts. So I have things out defrosting and getting to room temperature, like the whipped topping, the puff pastry. That takes about 40 minutes, and my cream cheese. These are gonna be for the turnovers and the no-bake pumpkin mousse pie. I'm also going to get my butter ready for tonight and get it to room temperature. This is salted butter. I like salted butter on my rolls. I hate when you go to a restaurant and they give you butter for your rolls and it's like cold butter. It's like, how is this supposed to spread? On here it says more is butter. How cute is that? I'm gonna just wrap these. I want to introduce you to this recipe that I tried and I fell in love with, and I haven't shared it with you yet. It's a cranberry strawberry sauce, and it is so good. This is from the Griffith Family Recipes Cookbook. It is so easy, and I'm excited to share with you today. To our saucepan, you're going to add 2 cups of cranberries, a half a cup of water, a half a cup of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of tapioca. We're gonna boil this until like the berries burst open, and then we'll hit it with the strawberries. Once that happens, turn the heat off and then add in your 10 ounces of frozen strawberries. Mix it all up. It's been a while since I made this recipe. It's good, but to add more cranberries. So I'm gonna boil up just 1 more cup of the cranberries with some water, and then I'm gonna strain it and add it in to what I already got going on over here. It smells so good. I wish you could smell this. So now I'm just gonna write in the notes of this recipe to add 3 cups of cranberries. All right, I'm gonna put this in the bowl and set it in the fridge so it has majority of the day to get ready and set up and be nice and chill for our turkey tonight. I'm in charge of the cranberry sauce, and that is done. So about a week and a half ago, I made some pumpkin puree. This is the good stuff, fresh. Basically, you're just gonna cut these in half, clean them out. I put them face down on the sheet. Set your oven to 400 degrees, and we're gonna bake these for 35 to 40 minutes. Ooh, they're done. They look good, they're fork tender. We're gonna just scoop everything out, put it in our blender, mash it up, and then we're going to stick it in our mason jars and seal this up. Look at all that puree. Wow. I'm just gonna seal my jar up and clean the rim. Now I have an electric sealer from Amazon actually, and it works so good. All you have to do is charge it, and there's 2 jar types. And this is a wide mouth jar, so I'm gonna put this on here. And then I just put this on top, and I can hold it down for like 10 to 15 seconds and it get all the air out. Ooh, that suction, heard that come off. And then I'm gonna take this top off, and there you have it. So that is sealed shut. So now I have pumpkin puree. I should get a couple of pies out of this. I'm really excited. This will last for a couple of weeks in my refrigerator. Let's get going on the no-bake pie and the pumpkin pie. We need 4 ounces of cream cheese softened, and we're going to beat it for about 30 seconds until it's nice and smooth and creamy. And we're doing this on medium speed. 1/4 cup of the brown sugar, then a half a cup of pumpkin puree, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. You'll need a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then 1/8 teaspoon of cloves, nutmeg, and ground ginger. We're gonna continue to beat this until it's well combined. Then we're gonna fold in 8 ounces thawed whipped topping. I guess I was done with that. You're gonna need an already made pie crust. It could be pecan, graham crackers, anything. This one is a graham cracker crust. All right, this is done. This is gonna go in the fridge to settle and firm up, and it's gonna be delicious. Going in the fridge. For my pumpkin pie, I am following the Libby's recipe that's on the back of their can because I just think it's absolutely delicious. I'm going to measure out 15 ounces of this puree to do a pie. No homemade pie crust today. We are gonna get some help with pre-made pie crust. Okay, well, this is gonna bake for 15 minutes at 425 degrees, and then we'll lower the temperature to 350 degrees for the remaining of the time. Let's talk about the turkey. Derek got up this morning, I started the smoker and got it going. It's on low and slow. It might get done a little early, but that's okay. We could cover it in foil, put a towel on top. That thing will stay piping hot for like hours. When we take it off, if we need to crisp up the skin, we'll just put the turkey under the broiler. I can't wait. He greeted me this morning. He woke me up with a kiss and I could smell his beard. Do we get to have a sneak peek at the bird?
You want to sneak peek it right now?
Yeah, you want a sneak peek? Let's go see the bird. Ooh, it looks good. Ooh, that's gorgeous. So I need to get going on the turnovers because that pastry is pretty much ready for me. So I'm going to start with the cherry turnovers. I'm just doing the good old can. Easy, fast. I'm going to use a cup to roll this out a little more. Now I don't want to make huge turnovers. I kind of want to do some mini ones so that way we could do more of a variety and not just be stuck with these big ones. I don't want to stuff these too full because I don't want them to burst open. I'm gonna beat my egg, has water in it too. All right, so I'm going to form them into a triangle, get them all pretty. So then I'm gonna take my egg wash and come in, get this with that, and tap some sugar on it. I'm gonna do that to the rest of these. This is gonna bake in a 400-degree oven for 20 minutes. They've exploded, which I thought they would with me messing with them, but that's okay. We can shove stuff back in.
Just shove them in your mouth.
Yep, I'm gonna shove them back in, put them on a wire rack so they could cool. Oh my gosh. Next I'm gonna do the same thing with blueberries. I have some fresh blueberries here, about a cup. You could do this with frozen. So this whole box is giving us cherry turnovers and blueberry turnovers. Yum. Any tips on turnovers, please give them to me. They end up tasting great, even if they look a little wonky. Okay, this is going in again, maybe not for 20 minutes. I'll check it at 15. Oh my goodness. Yummy blueberry and cherry. Oh yes.
Turnovers look bomb.
The turnovers do look good. Okay, I'm gonna save the rest of this cherry pie filling for Thanksgiving. Beth is making a baked crab dip.
Oh, yeah.
House smells good. You can smell the smoke from the Traeger. It smells amazing. It's in Derek's beard, so every time I kiss him,
It's amazing.
it's amazing. I'm gonna clean up here and then we'll move on to the next stage. So in the She's in Her Apron weekly and annual planner, it comes again with the Thanksgiving sheets, but there's also a cooking schedule here. So if you like to keep track hour by hour of what you're doing, you totally can. Mr. Toodles is peeling potatoes.
Yeah, she's got me put to work.
I sure do. Turkey and potatoes, oh goodness. So those are gonna go in the Instant Pot, and these are going to high pressure for 12 minutes. This is how we did our holiday table last year. So pretty. And that's how I was going to do it this year for Friendsgiving. But I already have this tablecloth that I've had on all week, and it is so pretty. And it's like water resistant, like for spills and stuff. Oh my goodness, it's so nice. I got it at Tuesday morning. And it's got these silver snowflakes. Oh, it's so pretty. I decided to do the gold chargers with our plates instead of the wood. But these napkins are much too busy, and I didn't want like a dark table setting and using the wood chargers. So instead of the wood charger, we're going to do gold. Instead of this napkin, we're going to do the red napkin, and it goes with our table setting with the red inside with the balls. And so now I just got to go get the rings for the napkins, and I'm really excited how it's going to turn out. Last minute changes, but it's going to look good. We had to mix up the table a little bit because I forgot we had 5 couples and I was setting it for 4. So Derek and I at the head have the brown wood chargers, and then Everybody else has the gold and red napkins. Some of our glasses have the pretty wreath on it. I gotta remember to buy for 12 and not just for 10 or 8. Took the centerpiece off because it's kind of a narrow dining room table. I just took it off. I will put Beth's rolls in the middle. So I have our butter on the table. Things are looking good. We're in a good spot. Next, I'm gonna work on my favorite part of any Thanksgiving meal, the stuffing. So in my pan on the stove, I'm melting some butter, and I'm going to chop up some onion, celery, and mushrooms and get those sauteing. So I'm gonna need 2 cups of chopped celery, 2 cups of chopped onion, because we are going to use 2 bags of the Mrs. Cupberson's herb stuffing. So this is 20 ounces of stuffing mix. Add our sauteed mushrooms, onions, and celery. 2 eggs in. I added like marjoram and thyme, sage, salt and pepper to my veggies. Now we're gonna add our chicken stock. I might only use 1 can. I don't like to have it totally soaked. I really go off of sight to the consistency that I want. This might be a little too wet, but that's okay. It'll just cook longer. So we're gonna cover with foil. This is gonna bake at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes, and then we'll take the top off and let it crisp up a bit. I'm breaking one of my rules, trying a new recipe the day of. If it doesn't turn out, no big deal, I don't need to serve it. But I have been craving creamed corn like crazy. So this is the corn that I froze a couple of months ago. So I've got 20 ounces of corn in here, 4 tablespoons of butter in there that I'm gonna melt down with my corn, and I'm gonna get some onion in there too. I'm not sure how much onion I added in there, but I chopped it super fine and it's in there. Okay, I'm adding 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, a teaspoon of salt, but I am doubling this, but I'm gonna go maybe 1.5 teaspoons just to be safe. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Oh, but we're doubling this, so. All right, it is thickening. And I had it boil and I brought it down to a simmer. This is so good. The salt, the sugar, and then I hit it with some Parmesan cheese. Grated Parmesan cheese and put it in here. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I did the onions. Like, that was from Martha Stewart. And the butter. I'm so glad I did because it just, oh, makes it so good. And that Parmesan cheese, yum. So if you make cream corn, what do? I would love to know. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to have this tonight. Heather is making a dessert charcuterie board. Will you look at this?
Oh yeah,
she is going to town. She has meringues. Is that like a pumpkin nut bread?
No, it's a pumpkin blondie.
Oh my gosh. And then these maple cookies. These are apple cider cookies. They're amazing. And eclairs. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at Beth's rolls. Oh my gosh.
For you dinner eclair?
And look. She brought them, Heather. She brought them again.
I actually have been like, this has been on my mind.
Seriously.
Oh.
Did you brand that?
This is my friend Heather. We have a ton of new friends now,
Trader
Heather.
is
So this is my friend Heather.
Oh, let me get this off.
I grew up with her. She's amazing. And so you're gonna help me put Beth's rolls into those bowls.
I can't promise all of them will end up in there, but I'll try.
All right, the cream corn is thickening up beautifully. Beth is mashing my potatoes.
Am I just going in?
Put them in the 2 bowls, and then we'll put them on the table. Okay. My stuffing is done. I already took the aluminum foil off. I'm gonna check to see if it's crisped up. I think I'm gonna put it in for a few more minutes.
How much bumpus is done?
Oh my god.
Came in quick.
That is gorgeous. We have the cranberry salsa, like spread, salami, the 2 types of brie cheeses that are super creamy, crackers, grapes, that's like a pumpkin spread, grapes, and then a spinach artichoke dip, crab dip, which I can't wait to eat with the bread. Okay, so right now I'm filling up the glasses with some of this yummy pebble ice. I love pebble ice. So we've got the sides. I just pulled out the stuffing. And the Brussels sprouts, the potatoes I just heated up back up in the oven. Those are coming out. Derek's just getting the turkey ready and we can eat. The skin is so good. The meat is perfect. He ended up seasoning it, like basting it with mayonnaise again, but didn't do as much as he did last Thanksgiving. And it's perfect. It's so good. The meat is so tender. And I'm heating up the gravy. And it is Kevin's gravy from Costco. And it's got bits of turkey in there. Tonight was so fun. So much food. So many good desserts. Heather and her dessert grazing board. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Everyone made delicious dishes. It was so, so good. Of course, Heather and I had a little bit of fun cleaning up from Friendsgiving.
Hashtag we go hard. Hashtag we can't stop.
Hashtag we won't stop.
Hashtag we run this.
Hashtag true players for life.
Hashtag is it worth it? Or let me work it.
Hashtag put my thing down, flip it, then reverse it.
Hashtag Hashtag
Happy Thanksgiving! Oh, that was so fun. And I'm gonna cherish that one always. So here are a few things that I learned from our last Friendsgiving. Definitely defrost ingredients early. That way you're not caught in a pinch. I learned to not overstuff the turnovers, but I've never done it before. It was exciting to try them. I did make them last year for Christmas, made cherry ones, and they turned out really good. Just the more you practice, obviously the better you're gonna get at it. Having a cooking schedule in the planner has always helped me stay on track. And having the hour by hour breakdown is so helpful. One thing that is hard for me with staying on track with our meals is filming it, because filming does take the process longer. But seeing it in my planner when I need to start, maybe I just need to adjust by like 20 minutes to, you know, leave room for setting and the cameras and changing the lights and things like that. But you won't have to worry about that on your next holiday meal. And also, if you need a little more direction in your holiday planning, check out our She's in Her Apron planners. Man, those holiday sections sure help make things go a lot smoother. Experimenting with recipes beforehand is always a good thing. But in that moment with the corn, I wanted it and I was like, let's just do it. It wasn't a complicated recipe, so if it was something with more steps, a little more complicated, I don't think I would have done it. But you know what? It turned out and it was delicious, and now it's one of our go-tos. And let me tell you, I've had experiences where trying new recipes the day of did not go so well. I remember the first time I made Rachel Ray's apple onion stuffing. It's delicious. It's seriously one of my favorite stuffing recipes. The amount of sage that she uses, we found to be way too much, so we cut it back now. But that day of Thanksgiving, it was a little potent, but you know, lesson learned. Well, if you're already mapping out and planning your next holiday dinner, then check out this video here. I'm sharing with you some great holiday prep hacks that will help save you when you're in a pinch. There's so many shortcuts in this video. I'll meet you over in that video and I'll see you soon. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.